let's take a look at this tweet. This kind of illustrates the Ravens have not been a team that he's played great against. At least one interception, 6 of the 7 career games. That exception was this year. And the Ravens have not intercepted a pass in 5 games this season, are on a pace to finish with 7 on the year, and they lost their best cornerback, Marlon Humphrey. So those all bode well. But I was a little stunned to see that, because you think of that game that they played against the Ravens last year where it went back and forth. I thought Baker played pretty well. I was surprised that he had thrown that many interceptions against the Ravens in his career.
Yeah, I think he's had some clunkers against Baltimore. If I can, look back a little, I think especially the one that stands out was his rookie year. I think it was late in the year. But again, I'm a believer in past stats, but Baker's not turned the. I mean, Baker's interceptions this year have not necessarily been high at all. You look at the interceptions he's thrown. I think I can remember each and every one of them. And yeah, there was some. The Lions game was not. Should have sat. You can't really tell him to sit because it was a bad team. He thought maybe momentum would carry him through, and playing a bad team like that would help him out. Did not play well, and kind of set this whole thing off. So I think he's got to get ready to play his best football. And you're right, Marlon Humphreys is out. They don't, they're not necessarily the best defensive team we've seen in terms of the passing offense. Or passing defense. So the Browns got to be ready to play. Baker Mayfield's got to be ready to play, and he's got to let it rip. I'm, kind of done with him just kind of being so held in by this offense. Just let it go. Be the guy that, again, Browns fans know him to be.
All right. Comes to the time, how do you think this one plays out? What are some keys? Do you think the Browns get the win?
The key is to find a way to run the football. I mean, if they stack the box with 8 or 9 guys, you can figure out a way. Use the jet sweep. Use the screen. Do the wide receiver screens. Again, it's going to be a little bit of everything. And wide receiver screens only work if other wide receivers are blocking. And then you got to do everything right if they're going to do that. So Kevin Stefanski's got to find a way to get the run game going, no matter if it's Nick Chubb, no matter if it's Kareem Hunt, no matter if it's the wide receivers on jet screen, whatever it is. Get the run game going. Defensively, do the exact same thing that you did against Baltimore last week. I know it's easier said than done, but I think they played a damn good game against the Ravens, and I think that obviously a play here and a play there, it stinks, but Mark Andrews made 2 plays that changed that game. So you have to make the little play. You have to be the ones that win with those big plays. Find a way to make the play like Mark Andrews made, and then. Offensively, I just need to see something different from Stefanski. I need to see the wide receivers win, and and if they can't get it done, then this season I think is a wash. And I think we start to have conversations about the quarterback and the head coach. So I think they win. I think they pull through in this one. Their back's up against the wall. Baker Mayfield is historically good with his back up against the wall. They need it. Baltimore's not as good as they've been. And I think they're going to do everything in their power to get a win on Sunday.
Yeah, I do too. And I think they're going to come out to, and I don't think it's going to be quite to the level of the Bengals. I think they're going to have that type of game against the Ravens at First Energy Stadium. I expect Baker Mayfield to come out, the offense to look significantly better, the defense to play. I don't know if they can play as well as they did. 4 interceptions against Lamar and holding them to 16 points is tough, but I think they're going to play pretty well.
Well, it's not even about the interceptions. It's about just the way they kind of limited Lamar and limited the run game. I mean, again, if you take away the 2 plays to Andrews, Lamar did nothing. I don't need them to have the 4 interceptions. I don't think that's going to happen. If they could get 1 or 2, that'd be nice. But I think that just limiting him and making things life difficult on him, I think it's going to help. Maybe instead of 4 interceptions, maybe it's a couple fumbles this game. They haven't been able to force fumbles this year for whatever reason. So I just think if they have an opportunity to limit Lamar, they can figure out a way. They can do it.